People's love for their pets can go pretty far. And when financially the sky's the limit, some A-listers are willing to spend a fortune on their loving companion's well-being. The perfect place to make sure your furry friend gets whatever they need is Pussy and Pooch, an LA pet wellness center.
Well, the Pet Lifestyle Center is unique. There's only one in the world, and that's right here. We focus on the full lifestyle of the animal, from food and nutrition to health and wellness to exercise and fitness, the whole body experience.
Now that sounds pretty A-list to us. Bring on the tour.
So in here is we call the meat market, where we have all of our food and supplies, grooming product. On the right here, we're gonna pass the grooming salon. So you can see a few dogs getting their haircuts right now in action. It's a little messy, but that's how grooming works, from the haircuts and the baths. And down through here is we have our bakery, where we make fresh prepared. You can see some of the bakery treats. Right here, from the cakes and the cookies, we make all fresh here in the bakery. These are for the animals. They're all human grade ingredients. So humans can eat these, we snack on them, but since they're made for dogs, they're just made to be more of a bland taste. So I prefer to have them with a coffee, so it's kind of like a biscotti. So when you dip them in the coffee, it moistens up and it gives it a good flavor. So this is the Paw Bar. It's our in-store cafe. Dogs can order off menu. We prepare them a nice tasty meal on a restaurant plate. We decorate it to like a restaurant type meal. We bring it right here and serve it to them. So we're heading on upstairs now. This is what we call the catarium, which is like a cat aquarium. So this is where they sleep at night and they hang out during the day, but they come out and run around through the day. Actually, we could probably get Julius to go through the tube if you want to follow me. They have this secret exit up here, and then they'll come through on the other side. They have this glass sky tube that takes them down into the offices.
While the animals gobble their carefully nutritioned meals and are chilling in pet paradise, it's time for the owners to go shopping.
And then in through here is what we call the champagne room, where we have some of our designer collections. It has a lot of unique pieces in here. It tends to skew a little more feminine, but there is a lot of unisex. But we have a lot of unique pieces in here, from dresses, harnesses, bags and carriers, some of the bling collars. This is affordable luxury. Most of the items in here span from $50 to $700. So there's nothing in here that's thousands of dollars that people can't afford. For some people, it's not practical to have, a $500 dog collar, but if you compare that to a human who's buying a watch, you'll go down the street and you'll spend $10,000 on a watch. So when you put it in comparative terms, it's all very affordable.
This all looks very cool, but it did make us wonder. Is this woolly Valhalla for all canines and felines? Or must Snuggles pass some sort of rite of initiation before she's allowed to rub snouts with the other A-list cats and dogs?
We do a temperament test. So we do an evaluation with each new prospective dog client before they're allowed to enter the pack. We want to make sure they're comfortable in the environment, but then they're also able to mesh well with the rest of the group.
But if it turns out your beloved pal isn't quite as sociable as you always imagined they were, can't you just put it in a cage alone so it still gets the elite treatment?
Our services are cage-free, so it's like a slumber party. So in the evening, we take out all the play equipment, we bring in the human bed and all the dog beds, and they all sleep together. They all snuggle together as one big slumber party. And the dogs love it because they're with their friends and they're all sleeping together, versus in an individual kennel, it could be very stressful.
While in all honesty, the wellness treatment, pet diets, and luxury feline furniture seem a bit superficial, it turns out there's a lot more to it. Pussy and Pooch is actually a bit of a social club too.
We do a monthly social called the Mut Mingle, which is a lot of fun, and it's exactly right. It's just as much for the adults or the family as it is for the dogs, because we encourage socialization, getting to know your neighbors. It's about community building. It's not meant to be exercise for the dogs to run around. It's meant to be mixing and mingling and having a good time.
If you feel your dog is in desperate need of a new Gucci collar or needs to party with her BFFs, Pussy and Pooch might very well be the best place in the world to turn to.